Hey everybody, Joy here. It is Saturday, June 30. Oh my heaven, can you even believe June 30? Isn't that like the year half gone? January, February, March. Yes, the year's half gone. Oh my God, I'm almost 68 years old. Well, I just stopped by to tell you that wrong is right and right is wrong. I know. I wish I'd known that on the first three pair of jeans. A lot of you have said that when you get done making the Jalie pocket, you want the pretty part inside. Now, I'm not sure I know why, because it doesn't show. But that's what was wrong when I kept doing it. You know, they were showing that the pretty part was on the outside, and I had mine on the inside. So, shoot, I should have just switched the pockets and sewn them on and forgotten about it. Anyway, a lot of you have asked me what elastic I use. So I was going to tell you one that is really, really, really good, and sometimes she has it half price. And that's Peggy Sager's. And I know it because I put her name on it, because I have half a dozen different kinds of elastic. I've got Peggy's, I've got Louise Cuttings. Louise Cuttings elastic you can pull really, really far. She says measure your waist and cut off 9 to 12 inches. I mean, that sucker really stretches. I never cut that much off, but you can't cut hers into smaller pieces. But this elastic of Peggy's, it comes in black, it comes in white. You can cut it. You can cut it to 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch, 1/2 inch, 1 inch. So this is the back waistband, and you can tell mine looks funky. And the reason it looks funky is I've taken it in the back. So up here in the middle of my sway back, it sucks into my waist. And so that's why it looks so funny, like a big V here. Yours won't look like that. Yours won't even have a seam in the middle. Yours will be cut on the fold in the middle. Mine has that seam because I had to cut a chunk out of the center of it to make the center suck into my back. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so what you do is you take, once you get your waistband cut out, you take it and you fold it in half. You press it in half like that. There's a front. I don't have the front over here yet. Let me go grab it. Hey, I know. Let's pause. Okay, here's the front. And you can see the front is cut on the fold. See? The front's cut on the fold, and that's the way your back will be. So what you do is you take it and you fold it in half. And I'm going to tell you something real important to do here in a minute. I know a lot of you people sew better than I do. And you need to be making these tutorials, not me. But until you do, people are just going to have to settle for my screw-ups. Okay, so here's the front, and this is what the back would look like too, if it didn't have the seam in the middle, okay, that I cut out because of my sway back. Okay, so that's what you do. Now, the directions say to take the elastic and butt it up to that fold. And it has to be 1 inch wide. This is 2 inches wide, so that will not do. So I'm going to go over to my table and I'm going to cut this down, and I think I'm going to use black because I have more black than I do white. And I'm going to cut it down to 1 inch, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys something really important, okay? Okay, here's the deal. First 2 times I made it, I took the elastic and I just lined it up. You've got your waistband pressed in half, like I showed you. And the first time I took this over to the sewing machine and I just lined the elastic up to the center fold and sewed it on. And so then when I came back to line it up again, it was off at the bottom and I couldn't line it up. See, down there at the bottom. So my lightning fast mind, I decided on the last pair I made, and they came out perfect, was to put it on my ironing board. Oh, there's a little piece of elastic coming off. How cute is that? Cut. Okay, and there's another little piece. Just cut off the hairs that hang on the side. So what I did next time was I pushed it up to the fold here on my ironing board. Push, push, push into the fold. Then I pulled the top half over the bottom half, okay? That made the elastic move down just a tad. And so then I made sure it was pushed all the way up into the fold from the outside here, and everything was lined up on the bottom. And I took straight pins and I pinned just the side I can see of the red fabric into the black elastic. although that went all the way through. You don't want it to go all the way through because you won't be able to open it up and sew it. Okay? So there I have a pin holding it. And if you'll look at the inside now, it's like 1/8 of an inch away from that center fold. It's not right up into the fold, okay? But if you do it this way, it allows you to fold it back down all the way to the bottom to sew it on your pants. Okay, so pin a few places, just your top piece of red or blue or green or whatever you're using. Keep pushing it up with your fingers. And I'll open it up and show it to you in a second. And this works really, really good to get it in there just right. I love the way they do this elastic, by the way. You sew it, it doesn't fill up the whole waistband. It just fills up the top of the waistband. All right, make sure there's no pins coming through the back. You need to be able to open it up. Let's see if I can open it up. There, see, I can open it up and it's all pinned on. And so the elastic is like 1/8 of an inch away from that center fold. Hold it still, Joy. So now I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew a little zigzag stitch all the way down this side and all the way down this side of that black elastic. Only I'm going to use red, of course. So you'll see red on the other side. Okay, so I'll come back in a minute and show you how that turns out. Okay, I have sewn the top of the elastic on. You can see my red thread. I've sewn the top of the elastic on. I wanted to give you another tip. When you put these pins in, put them in the center of the elastic. That way, or you put them near the bottom of the elastic, so you can sew this first side without removing the pins. I did not remove any of these pins because they weren't in my way because I moved them down into the center or lower, okay? Does that make sense? Now I'm going to pull all those pins out because I've already sewn the elastic in on one side and I don't need the pins anymore because the elastic isn't going to come out. And look at this, how it matches up perfect on the bottom. Here on the outside or one side of the waistband, there's 2 rows of stitching now. The 2 rows that are on the elastic holding it in. See, it's in there, it's not going anywhere. It can't come out ever and ever, ever. And so when you make the pant, you want to make sure that you're sewing this on with the right side to the right side of your pant, and that way, now I hope I got that right, you guys. The main thing is you want to make sure these stitches end up against your body so nobody can see them or know that they're there, okay? So this is the front of the waistband. It'll be on the top of my pants. See there? And this is something you guys might want to just sew this waistband together first. Just first, before, don't even put the elastic in it. Pin it together on the sides, sew it together on the sides, make a circle, make the entire waistband, and pull it up around your butt and to your waist and see if you like the feel of it. If it's too tight, make it bigger. If it's too loose, make it smaller. Wonderful. Just make sure you like the fit of the waistband before you finish the pant. I think one of them, I put the whole waistband on, tried them on, thought, oh my gosh, this is too loose, and so I took it off, and then I did that tuck in the back and made the waistband a little shorter on the sides, okay? So that's about the elastic, and again, I remind you, on the pocket tutorial that I did a couple days ago, it'll be the video in my video list before this video, talking about how to make the Jalie jean pockets. A lot of people said, we don't like that, we want the pretty part inside the pocket. So, if you like the pretty part inside the pocket, just do it wrong like I did the first few times. Instead of putting wrong side to wrong side, put the wrong side of the pocket to the right side of the pretty cotton fabric that you choose, okay? And then that will make it end up on the inside. Nobody's ever going to see the inside. Nobody's ever going to see the inside of the pocket or the inside of your jeans, so it really does not matter. I'll be back and show you my finished jeans pretty soon, okay? Bye for now. Okay, here I am in my brand red Jalie jeans, and I'm getting ready to make another pair in just a minute. It's going to be that pretty blueprint, and I'm going to make a top to go with it. But anyway, let me try to show you my jeans without showing you my entire belly. Okay, I added the Peggy Sager's tuck under the butt. If you have too much sag and bag right here because you got a AA butt, then you can take some out right underneath your bottom, and I did. And that really looks better, I think. Can you see how the waistband turned out in the back? It dips into me. Can you see how it dips into me? It doesn't stick out. Usually I can stick my hand down my pants in the back. That is without pulling it. Okay? So, the fabric is stretchy, so you're going to see wrinkles here and there. I'm always having to smooth out the pockets. Hey, Joy, would you move your hands? Okay, front pocket. Front pocket. I love it, love it, love it. Fake zipper. Really like it. The hem's not in yet. And then a lot of you said about the pocket, and I probably already said this in this video, but I forget what I say. So, the wrong side of the piece of cotton fabric that I used is inside the pocket. If anybody ever comes up to me and pulls my pocket out and looks in it, well then, I'll take the pocket off and turn it around. But if you try to stick your head in my pocket, you're going to get a knee in the chin. So, the pretty side of the pocket is here on the inside, see? Way inside. And nobody better be putting their hands in there except Burnsides. So, that's my new red Jalie jeans. I have added, oh my goodness, probably an inch to the front rise and an inch to the back. And I am going to add probably another ½ inch to the front and another ½ inch to the back. Just to get them up. You know, my waist is clear up here. This is my actual waist now. It's way up here. And the new lady that I listened to, okay, this is an insert, Bert. I watch these videos back again so I can upload them to show them to you. And I'm getting to be like Sandra Betsina, and I start to tell you something and then I completely forget what I started to say because I get sidetracked. So the lady that I was telling you about, her name is P like Paula. P-A-U-K-S-H-T-E. It's like Paukshte. P-A-U-K-S-H-T-E Fashion Workshop. I wrote it down on this. Maybe you can read it if I hold it still. Somebody told me about her. She is a really nice lady. I just love her. I don't like all the things she wears and I don't like all the things she makes, but she's got hundreds of videos. And if you scroll way down, she's got some gorgeous blouses. She has a gorgeous dress that I just love. It's pink. And she shows you how to draw it from nothing and make that dress. And then she sews it from beginning to end. She's very generous in her information. Like I said, she doesn't speak English. But the reason I brought her up was, I was telling you that my waist is clear up here now. And it is. And she was taking measurements for her 10 measurements that she makes everything with, okay? And she said, if your waist is way up here, that's your waist. That's the waist that you use for your measurement for your waist when you're drawing these patterns. Now, I haven't watched her make pants patterns yet, but I've watched her make lots of tops and dresses. So, these Jalie jeans are like down here. And I'm up here. My belly button's right here. But what little dent my body has left, and she barely has a dent at all. She says, I'm a perfect shape. I'm a square. I just love her. She's adorable. But anyway, I'm getting to be that way. I need to go jump on my trampoline and do my waist twist. But the point is, I think if I want my pants to stay up really well and quit sliding down, I need to get the waist up here where there's actually an indentation and it can go, oh, I'm supposed to grab here, and then down below it is bigger, so I'll just stay here. Does that make any sense? See where my waist is in the back? And the pants are down here. The waistband of the pants is down here. So I don't know. I may have to tuck my Jalie jeans under my bra. So anyway, red Jalie jeans, the end. I'm getting ready to make the next pair, which will be these on the bottom and this on the top. Ta-da! How fun is that? How fun is that? And next summer it'll probably be totally tacky to wear print pants. But anyway, this summer it's in, so I'm making them. So I'll let you go for now, and I'll be back soon.